Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly. Let's start because we have a lot to talk today, and you know we are we are a really big team who loves to learn. And Roman is our director of SEO, and I'm Busra, and I'm the SEO manager of Boostras. I love content marketing, SEO strategies, and more. And I'm trying to be a motivational leader right now. I hope I'm achieving that, right, Adem?
Yeah, you achieved that.
Here and attend to weekly SEO live sessions. This week, just two of us is here. Two of us are here, and let's start, I guess, Adem.
Yeah, let's start.
So, yep, and the goal of these sessions is to keep you updated on SEO industry, and we also love to share some SEO experiments we have here. And today we will cover the topics: search intent keyword classifier, title tag updates, effect of simple image optimizations, page experience update milestones, before image format converting, and don't optimize your cumulative layout sheet metric for desktop. So let's start with me, Adem. And I'm gonna start with a few SEO news because there are some interesting topics over the internet and on Twitter. And one of the first one of them is the search intent keyword classifier. Actually, it's a Google Data Studio dashboard by Lazarina Stoy, and it helps you to easily segment keywords by search intent. And you can just integrate it with SEMrush or Ahrefs, and there's a detailed explanation of how to use it, and it's totally free. And if you are working with big lists of big lists of or big amounts of keywords, you can use this dashboard to classify them and solve their performances and volumes as keyword clusters. And I just left the link below. And thank you, Lazarina, for this amazing Google Data Studio dashboard.
And when we are checking our performance, especially for the last days of the month, and that's really like data dashboard, like Data Studio, is our main address to visit to measure how our performance in the month. And yeah, like this keyword classifier, etc. This it's best way to measure our keyword performance in the Google Data Studio.
Yes, and if you're new to Google Data Studio dashboard, and if you like to use a little bit more SEMrush, you can always use tags feature of SEMrush to create keyword clusters and just follow their performances. You can just use different segmentations there, and it's also useful.
Yeah.
And yeah. Another topic, Adam, this is a huge topic on Twitter yesterday and the day beforehand, and it's a title tag update rumors, because during the 17th of August, SEOs around the world started to see that there are some changes in the title tags, and they realized that Google changes some title tags of the pages, and most of the title tags is rewritten from, for example, there was an example. Getting from a title tag is rewritten by Google from an anchor text in a page, in a specific page, but the page is not related to that anchor text directly. It's just a linking text. It was just a linking text, and it was so interesting. I don't know why. And there are a lot of examples around the world, from Lily, from Search Engine Land, and from Brody Clark. It's so interesting because we know that Google loves experimenting, and they're already rewriting meta descriptions, but meta titles were not so common. I have experienced it once or twice in Turkey for my client, but it was about to user intent, I guess, because I had a client and they didn't have a page specific to a simple search query. It's like accounting for engineers or something like that, but they didn't have any specific page for it. And in Turkey, there weren't any specific pages replying to that specific query. So Google rewrites some meta title and meta description of one of my clients, and they just show an irrelevant page on the search results because the page was including a specific keyword, engineering and accounting. It was interesting.
Yeah, actually, like it was kind of hot topic on LinkedIn and Twitter among SEOs, and yeah, actually, as you said before, we saw lots of examples for meta description area, but it also shows us like Google, like I can think in this way. Google saying us like you need to also optimize, like focus more and more to optimize your heading 1 or heading 2 or this anchor text. And sometimes we are making some optimize to increase the conversion rate for the pages, and Google is also making that one for the SERP area to increase this conversion rate from the customer. So like that's why important for Google, and it's always trying to make this kind of updates to make more and more useful to serve. Yeah, I think that's really good challenge for all SEOs.
Yeah, and this is an example from Roddy Clark, by the way. And sometimes some SEOs tend to write longer and longer meta titles to attract more and more keywords. But this is the search results during August 17, and this is the search results the one day later. And the most interesting thing is it's shorter, and it also includes the brand name, the domain name.
Yeah.
And this is from, I guess, if I don't remember wrong, from Lily Ray's example. This meta title was not mentioned in this page, but it was chosen as meta title. And it's interesting. And also Mehmet Emre, I totally agree with Mehmet Emre. He said that title tag update show us power of detailed content. Yeah, in some nature, it's true. But it's also fearful, I guess, because you may not guess what will Google show as a meta title for your page. And Roman has a question. Do you guys think Google is trying to help website owners to have a better CTR for their pages? What are your thoughts and opinions on that? So Adem, let's start with you. Do you have any idea about it? What is your thoughts?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of also connected with Emre's question. It's a quality content, and also like we can say that like Google is trying to increase their CTRs also, because like it's not important just to take the meta title, optimize meta title. You need to also optimize everywhere all on your page. So it means that, yeah, like Google wants that to increase the CTR, because you just don't, how can I say it, like Google is also saying that here, like you don't just optimize your SERP, also optimize your page.
For my part, I don't think it's trying to help website owners to have a better CTR. I think it's more related to the user intent, search intent kind of stuff. And Google is also a machine, and they are just trying to find the better and relevant content answering to a specific specific user intent or search intent. That's why they may be trying new things to find it.
Yeah, like
and just think about it. For example, you're looking for semantic content SEO strategy, right? Semantic SEO strategy, but there is no pages addressing to a specific part of that strategy. For example, semantic SEO strategy forecasting. And for that part, instead of using the titles like how to create a semantic SEO strategy or something like that, changing the meta title can be a more useful thing. But of course, maybe indirectly related to helping CTRs, but I don't think it's most definite. The CTR is most definite answer. And also, there are a lot of questions today, right, Adem? Emre is also asking a question, and let us just answer them in a few seconds because I need to read them and show them on the screen. So this is the first question. What should be our strategy for boosting organic performance for a website which has less amount of pages? I guess in this case, creating well-developed content structures in your less amount of pages. And think all fundamentals are done, root files, meta titles, and descriptions again and again, creating a well-structured and well-defined, well-improved content pieces in that page. Today, I just saw an example of a page attracting 4,000 feature snippets, but it was a simple page about a diet culture, and it attracts 4,000 keywords as featured snippets. So we need to make our research well and create our content related to it, really well-defined content. You know, content writing is not all about, okay, I found the keywords and I'm going to scatter them around and okay, I will be ready. It's not about it. You need to think every possible visitor. What can you do with that visitors? What may they be asking about it? And etc. etc. What do you think about it, Adam? Yeah, it was a really good question, by the way.
Yeah, it's really a good question, but also, you know, as I said before, like it's all connected together, and it's also connected with the romance question, and you know, that's actually there is lots of things for SEOs, this strategy, and he said that thinking like all root things like updated on the page. So yeah, like you need to optimize your always the potential is for on your page, like your content structure, because there are lots of potential there.
Yeah. So I just started with content strategy, but if you're a website owner, if you are the big boss, by the way, just think you are the big boss here and you need to plan everything before the content step. Maybe you should create a customer persona or 2 or 3 different customer personas to define your visitors and potential customers really well. And that will really help to create a well-defined content strategy and maybe other marketing strategies for you, and it will help you. So yeah, Google is, I don't know, Google loves making a lot of surprises here. And there are a lot of good questions. Keep them asking. Thank you. But we will talk about page experience too. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to continue with some simple image optimization experiments.
There's no question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they were lovely, by the way. And so today we say that we announced that we will talk about page experience, and you are the master of page experience, actually, Adem. But I also want to talk about a little experiments I made with 2 different clients' websites. And in one of them, I just changed file type, and in another one of them, I just suggested them compressing the image files in a different, in a specific subfolder. So this is the first result. I had a client with a really big GIF file on their pages, and it was affecting the web page fully loaded time really bad. And you know, the also the LCP score, I guess, was really bad, but I didn't add it to the presentation, but you can all read about it in this blog post. I left the link below. I wrote a blog post also about it. And I just wanted the client to change the GIF file with a normal small picture. And they did it. After 10 seconds, they just deployed the website. I just measured all of the metrics again. You know, it was interesting. it was really interesting because the fully loaded time of the page decreased by 2 seconds, and the LCP score also increased with just a small file change. And of course, I didn't left it like that, and I also followed the metrics. And after a week, after a few days, I just compared the weekly performance effect, and the new user was the amount of new users was increased by 75%, and also average session duration. Oh my god, this is the hardest metric to pronounce. Every time I did this, the average session duration increased by 1000%. Actually, it was so interesting, and my reason to try this to see whether the average session duration will increase or not. And it was a really good one shot of an experiment for me.
Yeah, it's really the master blog post for that. You connected with analytics data, with also this lab data. It's amazing.
And this example is also in the same blog post, by the way. This time I had a client with really big, of course, they had some big JavaScript files because of their CMS structure, but they had big block images in every page. And it was affecting their page speed performance really bad. But they had lots of page speed stuff to improve, that client, but we cannot know the effect of page speed without starting with small steps, right? Just start with small steps and see the effect and try to improve it more and more. It's our motto here, I guess. And this time I just offered the client to compress the images, and they did it. And before they did it, one of the blog post page fully loaded time was 7.7 seconds. But after they did this change, it decreased by 4 seconds. And it was a wow moment for me. And I also wanted to compare the metrics. I love metric parts. And just 4 seconds was not enough for me. So I checked it, and I realized that all of the page scores increased like half. But look at this amount, Adem. The average session duration increased by 100%. Bounce rate improved by 20%. It was really important. It was a really important metric because every Google guide, every page speed guy is talking about this. Because even 1 second is just increase your page bounce rate more and more and more. And this was a really good metric and proof that if you have a better page experience, better page speed, you can improve your bounce rate. And this is just a small portion of page speed optimizations. It was a really good thing to see for myself, I guess.
So it's good to that we are talking about page experience algorithm update this week. It's kind of I am so excited about that, and that's actually why I wanted to put these milestones here, because how did Google advance this process? Google didn't say suddenly say that, okay guys, let's focus on page experience. Also it settled this background process, and I created separate it's separated algorithm update, and that's actually their milestone. And in fact, it showed us how we need to focus more on mobile first, because here it shared accelerated mobile page announcement, this update, and it said also it will eliminate website that not mobile focused websites. Then it encouraged I couldn't say that, encouraged this another algorithm updates here. That's actually AMP framework, and extra features for content this how can I say it, you need to consume it fast, like news category. This AMP technology was very important for these websites also. And also some counter markets, it's so important, like there's a big gap between this mobile and desktop usage. For example, like I don't know, but maybe we can say like Brazil or kind of these African countries, because mobile usage is very, very high. And so if you want to focus on more these customers, so MP pages was so important. And also for news, because Google said that if you are using AMP, I can show you on the news section. So that was another milestone for page experience. Later, the lab reported, that kind of data, this lab data was insufficient to each site. That should be measured from the users' basis, their user side. Thus, the Chrome user experience was burned, and they launched it to service like provide your target audience is kind of more important in this user experience. So then you can achieve this customer side. You can not taking lab data just from your Google, also from your customer. Afterwards, it said also like not only speed is important, but also there is another Web Vitals here. That's Core Web Vitals. Then after this algorithm update and Core Web Vitals introduced to all SEOs and all the developers. After that, and they combined all these measurements, and since the speed factor on the mobile side came like for more and more important here, and after that they remove AMP feature here to like now the news website don't need to use AMP technology, because they can be seen can be visible on the news section without AMP technology. So that's June 2021. That's rolling out till the last day of the August. That's actually page experience milestones.
And maybe last week you just made an announcement that and Google will not look at the ad experience as page experience metrics. Maybe we can add it here too. I don't know. Another big improvement, I guess, this. And I remember AMP pages when they were announced. Everyone asking, should we use it or not? Or everyone was in question in Turkey, and most of the people were not sure about to use it. And I was like, okay, I was working at a company at that time, and I was like that, okay, we don't have any news. We don't want to be in the news section. And 60% of our traffic comes from desktop. Not 60%, I guess 80% of our traffic comes from desktop. Oh my God, what the hell? I'm not going to use it. I was like that. I remember it. And I really, really remembered when the Core Web Vitals introduced, because Roman was showing me a dashboard. Look what we did. It was really interesting to see it.
Yeah, and I also pinned the Roman question. Do you think in the future we will have more mobile-oriented updates just because of the mobile usage? I can reply that in this way. Like I/O, before I/O, everyone was thinking this Core Web Vitals issue just will be more mobile-oriented, and they won't care so much desktop version. But after this I/O, they announced that also this Core Web Vitals will be more and more important for desktop also, because like mobile is more and more important for us, because if you are solving some issues on the mobile side, probably like I can say that like maybe more than 90%, it will be solved on the desktop side also. Desktop and mobile is like desktop is more and more fast. So I can say that, yeah, it will be more mobile oriented, but sometimes you can solve some problem on the mobile, but sometimes desktop performance is not good. So in this situation, probably they will continue to measure the desktop side also.
I guess it will be more and more mobile focused in the future because, there's something called mobile first indexing. So of course it will be mobile oriented.
Of course.
And
But
I don't know. Yeah, even writing meta titles and descriptions, we should consider while even writing them or while even writing the content, we should always consider about mobile and the placement of long paragraphs maybe because
yeah,
people will read it on mobile. That's important.
so there was a blog post you shared, Busra, and we talk about this importance, this beautiful visual and image optimization. In fact, the use of this image site is quite kind of unconscious because the saving potential of the website is really, really quite high on the website side. That's really, there are lots of potential here, and they do like this via compression, or they can do it like CDN through or certain plugins. And if the targeted performance here is not achieved, compression is also can be done by manually from developers. Sometimes plugins doesn't very well in this situation. They can sometimes make it manually, but of course, like they compress it all images together. I don't mean like manually, like one by one. And the visual compression, this image compression, I think like is quite easy. So is everything that easy for sites that want to convert this webp format? In fact, here we have a keyword, target audience. That's really, really important for us because we need to set a, we need to detect a range. Maybe that's 6 months, I don't know. And you need to check your analytics account, and you need to check which browser version your user are using. So that's so important for us because webp is not supported from all browser versions. So you need to check, is there any this unsupported browser version my users are using or not? Because like you can check it from, you can enter your analytics, your website data, and like technology, after that browser versions. So you can detect how many percentage of your users are using or not this browser version, because that sometimes can be a problem for us. So I will also give another details for another slide about that. So what can we do in this situation? Like, okay, we need to make a webp optimization, but we also have, for example, like 30% my users are using these browser versions doesn't support webp. Like, of course, there's a solution. Like probably many plugins or supported this code structure, especially for the WordPress and Drupal. I don't know. They, of course, these plugin developers are thinking in this way, and we need to show like webp format to the user whose browser support webp, and we can also show our JPEG version if user doesn't have any browser version, like is not supported webp, so we can show him this JPEG version. And of course, if you want to see even more benefits for the, like in Chrome user experience report, and we need to compress also this JPEG version. Sometimes developers are making this development in this way, like they are showing webp, but they don't compress this JPEG version to the photos. So that's also reflect this report so in bad way, because its browser doesn't support webp, but JPEG is also quite very high megabytes for them. So that's actually data from that has been a major B2B website in Turkey, and we have done this development on, and you can see like performance increase here, especially like speed index which measures the loading speed of the elements in the website on the page, and like has fallen by half. That's amazing potential here. So in addition, time to interactive is really fall here, and is like decreased from 12 seconds to 3 seconds. That's also quite high, and undoubtedly we had great impact on speed performance of users using the browser version that supports webp. And that tool is from SpeedCurve, and I put it there.
I remember the time they changed it. We were discussing it in a meeting, trying to convince the client, but they changed it, and they don't know about it, and it was so funny.
That's amazing challenge. That's yeah, that's amazing. And if you want, you can describe this part, because that's like we are in the meeting, and this brand is changed all photos here, but they don't say it to us, and we are checking the page speed, and oh my god, that's quite well, but what happened here? But they changed this format all photos. So okay, that's a good moment for us.
But not for everyone.
Yeah, not for everyone. So like all your images are very light, and maybe your website can be loaded so quickly. So there's maybe not any connection problem. Like, for example, your time to first byte is highly optimized, but your largest contentful paint metric is still performing poorly. So what will we do in this situation? Probably you have this problem on your website, and probably you have late discovered largest contentful paint element. But I don't mention a lot in this webinar this problem, because that's kind of promotion for you. You can click this link below the slide, because we will share with you, and you can read, because it's kind of very detailed blog post for everyone.
Thank you, Adem, for your excellent promotion here.
So that's I think the last slide for me, and that's another example from how to increase our page experience. And I think like CLS kind of overlooked metric for me in the page experience. Not for me, like also all metric performance is showing that, guys, optimize your CLS, okay? Don't overlook that. And I shared all details actually with you, like maybe in many weekly SEO, and also I have lots of blog posts about that. And okay, that's my experience here. Like we actually mentored a brand to improve this Core Web Vitals metrics from zero, from the zero, and they have CLS problem here, and we just make an analysis. Okay, that's kind of maybe my problem, because I thought that like desktop, because desktop has really big problems for cumulative layout shift. That's all elements is shifting, and it occurs layout shift on the page, and it's also affect user experience and also layout experience. That's so bad. And I gave an advice for a brand, for the developer, to solve this problem, but I almost use all analysis from desktop, because I thought like desktop is enough for that. If they solve it, no problem. But on the mobile side, like they solved this problem on the desktop, because all layout was shifting. Then this part remained. What this part is logo and their icons and their menu bar, and while loading the page, just they are shifting to on the top. On the desktop, there is no problem, because there are a lot of space on the desktop, and there is not so much shifting. But on the mobile side, that's big problem, because there's a really small screen, and people is connecting your website, and also like they are not connecting very fast like desktop. It's slowing. It's kind of slowing for the mobile side. So they are actually seeing this shift very well on the mobile side. So like that's a good advice for everyone. Don't optimize your CLS for just desktop. Like sometimes small things, like small shifts, can be more and more important for the mobile side. And that's also a picture from SpeedCurve. Really, I like for the CLS, their CLS report.
Oops.
So useful. Oops. So yeah. So finally, I remind you like that what should we do all optimization according to mobile version, and I think we are coming to the end of this weekly SEO.
So thank you, Adem. It was a really good presentation on page experience, actually. It was good for, I guess it's clear for everyone with less or lots of knowledge with page experience. And that's the end of our weekly live session today. And if you want to hear any SEO news from us, you can just subscribe our weekly SEO bulletin from this link. And we would love to have any kind of questions, SEO related questions. You can also submit your questions from this page. And we would love to answer them in other live sessions, in the following live sessions, I guess. And thank you for being with us on a Friday afternoon. And you're all out of this world. It's Roman's motto, I guess. And
Yeah, he wrote it on the comment side.
thank you very much for being with us. If you have any questions, you can just visit our Weekly SEO page and submit your questions. I just wanted to share it again. So thank you, Adem, and thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend. See you next week. Bye.
See you later.